You are now listening to an Open Mind Industries production. Welcome to Open Mind Industries podcast, The Mind Unleashed. Sit back, relax, and unleash your mind. Did not start the Zoom recorder. This is my first time using the YouTube thing because I really don't want to do a lot of video editing. So, yeah. Anyway, use the code TMUP for $5 off. Also want to give a shout out to 3D SCAN to CAD, one of our partners there who does 3D scanning services for about $100 an hour. Definitely check him out. Links will be down below in the description. He just got done scanning another car. He kind of walked it through with his setup, what he usually does. Really amazing work. I know a lot of people in the makeup field and stuff like that are looking to get some 3D scanned. He can definitely do that. Lives in Miami and can be in your area within a couple hours. You just got to give him a heads up, and usually pricing starts around usually $100 an hour. You can have your model together with you in about 24 hours and have it CNC'd, the part that you have or what you need immediately. It's pretty freaking amazing. Definitely hit him up. Good pricing for great quality, man. I can't recommend this guy enough. Had some good chats with him. Really honest to goodness, I really can't, I'd like to recommend people that I would trust or use. His work is actually really good. I've seen some of his good stuff, and he is really vocal about what he does, and trustworthy, in my opinion. Also, please check out Strum & Law. Strum & Law hooked us up with our USPTO trademarking. If you're a small business or trying to get your brand taken care of legally, if you're DJ and stuff like that, I have friends that are DJs and stuff like that. So other stuff is not trademarked. I checked their names, the USPTO and stuff like that. And I said, what the hell does a trademark really do? It really protects your brand, makes sure people, they know who you can distinguish who you are. It protects you against certain things. There's things that it doesn't. People can infringe on your brand, like the Open My brand is for 3D printing. But it's unconnected under that brand of what we do. You can trademark for a lot of different things. But Strum & Law, man, I can recommend him. I found him on Thumbtack about a couple years ago. About a year ago now. And man, honest to goodness, some guy was going to take our brand and really claim it as his own through his own web domain. And that was like, that's kind of weird. Luckily found him, honest to goodness, and took care of us and really walked me through every step of the process of all that. Definitely can remember. Also want to recommend Angie Connors. She hooked us up with her housing and stuff like that. Kind of walked us through the buying process of what we should be looking for. I know, given the situation, who knows what it might bring in the future. First, I was looking for houses. Can't recommend her enough. She'll walk you through every step of the way. And honest to goodness, not trying to make a buck off of you. Really fuck you over, honestly. She'll take care of you. Anyway, guys, welcome to episode 86. If you guys caught the last episode, I know it's been a few days, weeks. I've been going through a little bit of stir craziness, depression, I don't fucking know what to call it, honestly. Wildness. Really got to sit down with a buddy of mine, Ernesto. If you listen to The Collector, that was my longest episode, done in 5 hours and 30 minutes, I believe. And we just kind of kept going and just kept the recorder going, got up to fucking go pee, he got some lunch, and we just kind of chatted. It was kind of like, man, how you doing, what's going on? We really didn't touch on too much stuff that we kind of wanted to touch on, because we're planning weeks ahead, months ahead, of like, hey man, we're gonna kind of do this, and this, life, comes before that, and, work, and it's okay, I'll be available on this day, I'll be available on that day, and it just never really kind of clicked on what day we're going to bring the GoPro, the Zoom recorder, and stuff like that, to get, the house, and just get everything set up in the, one area, and we were going to do some B-roll. We still have plans for that in the video version. I recorded all of it. I thought I frickin' lost it. I finished up the podcast, but we finished it up at, I believe 4 or 5 in the afternoon, and I said, alright man, I think we got everything that we need. For those who did click on the audio, I think 1 or 2 people did. Holy shit. I was going to set it up to, part 1 and part 2. Lipson, the podcasting hosting service that I do use. I only had, I think I had 100 and something megabytes still left. But when I added in the intro and the outro, it really brought it up to 200 and something megabytes. So that's something if you're trying to get into podcasting, which a friend of my friends are trying to do, you kind of want to keep an eye on where your compression is going to be. You don't want it to sound like shit, but you also want it to give it good quality. But yeah, man, holy shit. We did it, and I was like, alright, let me split this up into something, and maybe 1 or 2. But then I was like, you know what, if somebody's got the balls to click on this, and want to listen to it all, we were just rambling about Tesla, to shit that he has, to how collection got started, to really rambling about the coronavirus, work, how we met, what Disney was like, stuff like that. It was just a background noise for you guys to listen to, and I really enjoyed recording it. I mean, I had a fucking blast doing it. Since then, a week later, we really didn't know what the hell's going on with Disney was furloughing a lot of employees and stuff like that, and my day job announced it about last week, that unfortunately part-timers will be furloughed, which I am a part of. It's okay. I applied for unemployment, and stuff like that. So I already applied ahead because they kind of were like, hey, you really should kind of get a step up on this. We don't know when we're going to have you back. You're not fired. You're not going to get paid after this date. So we can't keep paying you because we don't have any income coming in. As a business person, a small business that I am, a one-person business with a second person, and vice versa. It's growing little by little. And talking to friends who own small businesses and stuff like that, it's been fucking rough. My friends were like, why don't you apply for that business loan thing? And I'm like, that doesn't qualify as that. It's been fucking wild. I've been following Louis Rossmann. For those who don't know what that is, Rossmann Repair Group, which is based in New York City. He's lived there for quite a long time, and what he does is repair MacBooks, and he's very fucking opinionated, which I like. I like people that speak their mind. They could be right, they could be wrong, but at the end of the day, you take it with what you will. You take it with, at your leisure. But he's been explaining the bill, and a few other people that I follow who have been talking about the bill very constructively said, this bill's it's sped up. There's things missing. There's this, and then bankers were trying to. Louis Rossmann spotted the bankers, and somebody else who deals with economy stuff spotted it. And said, "Holy shit, there's things going on." So they were kind of breaking it down verbatim for idiots like myself and others. Hopefully, a lot of those companies get it. They deserve to keep their employees. Luckily they're essential businesses, so they're just trying to keep the employees that they had to let go, or employees had to leave for medical issues. They can get a little something to keep their, their wallets, at least keep food on the table or whatever, and pay the bills. It's really wild when, you don't expect, companies. Nobody was expecting this. I mean, later, doing the research that I went down and I went, oh shit, okay, this is really something. We didn't know. We didn't know my day job. Y'all know I work for a damn theme park, and we didn't know. Weeks ahead, okay, it's technically this is SARS-2. I've looked at so much fucking rabbit hole researching. So, Wikipedia and a few other CDC stuff, I really went to reliable sources. Apparently, it was found in the 1930s. It is very volatile to animals. It's found in animals, and boom, bada bing, bada boom. Based in China or wherever, it may be. And then it kind of evolved into what it is now, to SARS-2. It's a respiratory infection. Very bad respiratory virus, and it can it restricts your airflow and can kill you. And, which they need ventilators to keep you breathing and stuff like that. So I pretty much, I've been tracking, some of that. But how are you finding this stuff out? I'm like, well, listening to Joe Rogan's podcast, I've been kind of going down the rabbit hole. And people are like, well, what do you think of the China thing? We need to stop building. And I'm like, I've been on LinkedIn for about a year now, and I talk with so many China suppliers to Italy, to this. You'd be surprised with what countries do a lot of the work with medication and medical stuff. And I've been literally, I signed up for the Formlabs thing on LinkedIn. Somebody was like, hey man, Formlabs needs help with 3D printing ventilators or parts or helmet parts, so people can put the shields on them so doctors can use them. And then that's been going on kind of well. I've been trying to get a mask for myself because I'm doing the resin printing and trying to just get stuff. I had stuff already pre-bought before this even was supposed to happen. I did my taxes and stuff like that. Got a little bit of money back to get what I need for the new stuff, and that shit kind of fell through. Everything got sold out so fast. So I was buying stuff way before all this happened, but doing all the damn research for what this virus is, what it could be done, you really have to go down the rabbit hole of, what it is. And it's just holy shit. And Joe Rogan had a lot of scientists that are working on just creating the vaccine. There's about 7 or 8 vaccines in the works. These people are working their asses off. Apparently this guy, I'll think if I can post a link down below to the guy's Joe Rogan's podcast, because he's more informative than fucking me, and people that he brings on are actually intelligent. But yeah, he was talking about, like, the lupus. My mom takes a vaccine, or not a vaccine, a pill for lupus, and that showed some stuff promising to the problem is this, and this with it, and, so it's like, this virus has been here for a long time. Everybody let their fucking guards down. China did its thing, and then we kind of knew, and then everybody's pointing the finger game. It's like, no, you, it's your fault. No, it's everybody's fucking fault. Everybody could have controlled it in a matter of speaking, but didn't. And here we are sitting in fucking quarantine. I've technically been out of work now for a month, so, working for a theme park, it's just like, okay, you're out of work here for a while. What are you thinking? It's been wild. It's really been wild. I don't shocked that they announced what they had to announce. They said, we're prolonging you for a bit. So at least we got the heads up from our company, and they've been really doing it. But friends who work for Disney, unfortunately, have not been so damn lucky. And I'm not knocking them in any way. It's just that, my friends have been filling me in quietly of like, we don't fucking know. They really don't know. And it's kind of terrifying. You don't know where your next paycheck's coming from. Luckily, a lot of businesses are people are like, we know you ain't got it. So, shockingly, my one friend, who was in payments, the company that he's been dealing with, has said, listen, we're not going to come after you for fucking quite a bit. Here's in writing. They gave it to him in writing. Like, once your stuff kind of goes through, we'll come at you. We'll talk with you and negotiate. But I'm glad it's working, but it's been such a fucking story so far of people going under and just people wondering where the hell am I going to get my next paycheck or what the hell's going to go on. And, it's weird because we weren't expecting to be for long, but grateful that they announced it and very openly and said, here's the game plan, here's the goal, you're not like, go. But, we'll see ya. We're not going to see in a bit. So I'm grateful to everybody who's been keeping an eye on everybody else. And I think what's been going on lately, all my friends have been chatting, and we're going to be doing a large podcast with a lot of friends. This Zoom thing, I don't know what the fuck it is. I know the Zoom recorder. Zoom. I don't know anything about Zoom. I have no idea what the hell it is. Everybody's like, oh, Zoom. You gotta use Zoom. I'm like, does nobody use Skype anymore? Does nobody use this one? It's so hard to find a platform to post it on. And the reason why I'm doing the live video is because I don't want to edit the video recordings that I do on the MacBook here. I usually just get the podcast done and then put it together. But yeah, we plan on getting something like that done, see what everybody's been going through. But we weren't planning to be on this damn long. We don't even know how long this is going to be. Everybody's like, how's your quarantine been going? And I said, well, why aren't you documenting? I said, well, there's not really much to document. Been doing a lot of 3D printing once I got out, and I finally got the resin printers up, the Creality 02Rs, which I just call them the 2Rs. And they've been amazing damn printers. I've been playing with them and kind of getting some 3D projects done, which is cool. So it's been fun to get that shit done. Finally got the model that I was working on done, and wow, like it prints effing fast. And the resin, I had to move the new printers into the room and out of the office, and I needed to design in SolidWorks an enclosure for the back, so I can suck all that gnarly out of there, gnarly, gases or whatever the smell is out the window, because also got the laser cutter out of the box, and I've been too lazy to get that ready to work. That's a whole new ball game. It's a whole new foreign language that I need to learn, between the, 3D slicing and stuff like that. When you go from FDM into this stuff, it's like, holy shit. It's like night and day. But, let me get back to on topic of what the hell's been going on. But yeah, like, we didn't know how long this was going to frickin' be. We didn't know, how long. We thought like 2 weeks, and 2 weeks turned into 3 weeks, and then 3 weeks turned into a month, and then now for me it's going to be 2 months. Now it's been a month. Yeah, a month was yesterday. And now on to the 31st is what they're expecting from my day job, if I'm brought back in any capacity. They said they don't know, and I kind of don't want to scare people, but like my friends are like, "What are you thinking for us?" I'm like, I'm thinking like maybe 4 months out of work. This isn't. Or there's not going to be a summer. There's not going to be this. There's not going to be an HHN for those who do Universal stuff. There's being no non. So it's going to be a lot of very smoothing over for now, just kind of getting on our feet again. And sadly, this is changing the world in many different ways. We don't know. It's kind of weird. A week ago, I went out And I was trying to get some stuff for the 3D printers because I have so many damn clients that need stuff done. I've been kind of lazy about doing what I can for them and taking care of the projects. But it's been like sleeping pattern's been all fucked up, and then you go to sleep at 3 in the morning, and you're up by 12, which isn't good. And you're working on some things, and you're doing this, and you don't want a podcast. And I've been looking at the days too of like, okay, I need a podcast, something. But what do I say? What do I, what people don't really listen. And I was like, you do this for your mind, keep your mind mental. My friend was like, hey, come on my podcast, let's chat about some stuff. And I was like, okay, well, and that never kind of fruitioned. So we're still trying to get a date of like what we could talk about. But I just wanted to give my story so far. That's been kind of wild. So we went to, I needed, ISO alcohol, which is for resin printing and cleaning and stuff like that. And the funny thing is, I got hit up on Amazon the other day, and I posted for the gloves that I got. I bought some Nertog gloves that you need for resin, because resin will burn right through any kind of latex. Reality, unfortunately, I haven't done my review yet, but they've given latex gloves, which are no bueno. You don't use latex on resin, especially the Elegoo resin or any kind of resin you're using. You want to use a Nertog glove so it doesn't burn, the chemicals don't burn to the glove, which I learned in the hard way because I burned my hand quite a few times on the resin. I had little blisters on my fingers, and I was being a little bit of a dumbass with the stuff. And now that I know the precautions I need to be taking and should be taking, I knew ahead of time, but I was kind of being quick with the resin, pulling it off, and I didn't know about support material, how fucking crazy important that is for your 3D prints, because you're going from FDM printing into resin printing, which is a whole another ballgame on how it prints upside down. It needs supports, and you can't like lock a model to the fucking bed because it will lock on like nobody's business. You're gonna take a hammer and literally and smash the fucking print off and break the print, which could be a lot of money with resin being what the cost that it is. Because I'm now part of a new page on Facebook where they're talking about that, and somebody was like, how the f- do I get this off my print? And we're like, hammer. What? Hammer. What do you mean hammer? Take a hammer and smash it. Oh shit. Oh. But that's like 6 hours of printing. We're like, yeah, well, say goodbye to your print. I was like, you gotta really learn how to add supports. I did a lot of research into this before that, and a lot of companies, like I said, the Moai over Ponopoly, they make the Moai printer, and they made another huge printer, which is going for like 2100, I think 1200 to 2000. I don't forget how much it actually is. Really great printer, really, just a normal freaking LCD printer, unlike Formlabs, and they were super honest with me on Twitter and stuff like that. You guys have probably heard the episode with Formlabs and stuff like that. I've talked with Formlabs, and they were great. Like I said, I can't knock them. They're more built for the manufacturer, like a Fortune 500, to somebody who's got 2,000 employees and you're manufacturing shit. You're looking to iterate it faster into production. They're not looking for the hobbyist. They're not looking for somebody like that. They're not built for that. That printer is not built for that. It's geared towards it, but it's not for you. It's more for you having a huge makerspace or something like that, and for you to do prototype testing on iterations and stuff like that. That's what they're kind of geared for with 3D systems. Because I know somebody was like, "Did you watch the documentary?" Yes, I watched the documentary of Formlabs and how it got started and stuff like that, and what he does and stuff like that. He took some designs, and 3D systems are working together, collaborating, and this is how Formlabs kind of is now. Not knocking the printer or any means. It's a very fucking expensive printer, and they've done some great shit. So, but they're the first ones I got in touch with to do resin printing. I wanted to get into it. Then I got in touch with the Elegoo team. Then I got in touch with the Orange 3D team, and they were kind of cool. The guy that I was talking about, right? Budget wasn't right because the printer was going for about $220, which seems pretty reasonable. But I didn't have the funds to do that because of credit cards, yada yada. And budget just has to go where it needs to go, so you're not, maybe in the rent for the week. And that's the way life is. So from there, they do what they do, and God, I always fucking lose track of what I'm talking about. They lose track of what they want to do. So I talked to so many damn different companies, and the Moai, and they stated that the support material wasn't where it needed to be at the time. I'm now using a Chi2 box, which is the main slicer that everybody else uses. And I think they support probably every system. I'm really wishing for many things that simplified 3D, something kind of becomes like that. A paid slicer that can really That'll way deliver multiple printers and multiple settings and things you can really tinker with your Merlin board or your Arduino. Play with it and tweak your printer the way you want it. Really tweak it. Coming from an FDM to this is like holy shit, night and day. So I've learned a lot in the past couple weeks about how to store the resin, how to use it, the alcohol cleaning, because, like I said, I'm going to get back on track to the Target story. But running out of, alcohol, I use IHO, and then having to, run out of my gloves, and I just got plenty of gloves, because I bought, and I'm now, really making sure I'm rationing them properly. But, so we went out, and I said, hey, my girl's like, let's go shopping a little bit and be very cautious. Like I said, we're always cautious when we go. I don't really touch people when I'm out there. Went to Target because I needed to get some ISO. I'm like, okay, what if anybody has ISO or anything like that? I can have a bottle here. I've had a huge bottle from a couple hurricanes ago. I bought some ISO alcohol, 91%. I stocked it, but I kept some things kind of hidden in our stuff just in case, a hurricane happens and you're going to need to make some sterno and stuff like that. That's how my mind thinks. My girl's like, hey, I have a bottle of ISO. You going to want this? I was like, actually, yeah, I can probably make that last a few weeks to a month, maybe to 6 months, depending. And she's like, you're crazy. I'm like, well, no, I can probably filter it out through a coffee filter. So I've been kind of doing that, but using paper towels to kind of let it strain a little faster and cleaning the resin out of it and changing it and cleaning it through prints and just really cleaning it, making sure it's filtered. That's how I've been getting my ammo. But going to Target and I even asked for people at all these fucking stores. I've talked to so many people, going there, you just see there's nobody in the store, there's people kind of doing curbside service, and just the way it's changing the world is, you don't even want to go to somebody, you don't even want to touch the touchpad, people are sadly wearing the fucking gloves. Guys, gloves are fucking useless because you're the person that deals with resin now, you're consistently changing your set, throwing the trash, consistently changing your set. You can't touch the floor. You can't touch your printer. Yes, you can, but you're spraying it down with alcohol. You're spraying this down to clean your stuff. You're using go-to paper towels like fucking a madman. Everybody that has told me in the resin printing has stated, get ready because you're going to be going through so much fucking resin or so many gloves and so much paper towels. I didn't know that until now, that I have a specific trash can for everything, and everything goes into that cleanly, and it's its own clean thing. I knew getting the resin printer what you did a clean room, so not like what I mean, like clean room where there's no dust, stuff like that. It's just wild that people are fucking taking gloves and they're just throwing them on the floor at Walmart or Target. People are, they're stepping away from you and you're kind of dodging and bobbing and weaving between people. You want to say hello and be friendly and cordial, but at the same time you're like, I don't know if I can talk to you, I went to freaking Harbor Freight and it was kind of like that. I walked in to see if they had any gloves. And they had a very respectable sign saying, hey, one per person, we do have some on stock, but we are donating most of our stock to the medical workers. Now, funny thing is, like I said, the Amazon thing I got the other day, I wrote a review for the gloves because they're really freaking gloves. They weren't overly expensive. They're about $10 for a box of 100. And I wrote, a must-have for a person with 3D printers. Anybody who's automotive, kind of, putting it down the 3D print because that's what I kind of got them for. Some guy posted a question, not kind of his own. And he wrote, I'm not going to say the name of who it was, but what he said, and he said, not only that, but these are for the essential workers. They should be hoarded or given to the essential workers, the people on the front lines. And I'm like, that's not a question. That's kind of like you chastising me of saying, not only that, but these should be used for the essential workers, and there's vice versa. And I'm like, okay, my review was, really a must-have for those. I said, really must-have for those with 3D printers to keep yourself safe and stuff like that. This was posted weeks before the pandemic. And here you're coming at me reading a review stating that, I should not buy these, and how dare I should have these, and stuff like that. Okay, asshole, I've really been helping out with those needing help. I've been 3D printing a lot of fucking face masks for matter hackers. I kind of went down that fucking road because I was helping people. I've been helping friends with 3D printers. Hey, Ali, I'm working on something. How do I get the printer to work? Hey, Ali, how do I make this stick to the bed? So I sent friends in the correct direction of like, hey, Ali, I just bought a 3D printer because I want to help where I can. What are we printing? What do we do? I want a 3D printer face mask. okay, here's the shit I would use, here's the filter you could probably get. Good luck on getting the filters, because everybody I've spoken to from 3M to this company is out of fucking stock. No one is selling anything. Everything from eBay has been selling. It's now in their own stock portfolio. People are always selling one per client or one per customer. Good luck. You know, I can't even find the fucking 3M mask that I need. So the paint stuff that I need just to keep myself safe. Here I am sanding down fucking resin. You really should be careful of doing it outside and having a ventilation duct to suck all that shit up. I should have known better. I've worked in fiberglass before. I'm like, why am I not wearing a fucking... The ones that they gave us were the N5 masks. They're like for nails, you know, nail sanding and stuff like that. That shit ain't gonna save you. That shit, the dust particles get so fine, they get right into your... And I've had the coffees for like 2 weeks. Now that's gone, it's kind of subsided. I'm back to normal. I'm not coughing as much as I used to. I'm clean. My lungs are finally repairing themselves. So I said, my girlfriend says, what the fuck are you thinking? I said, you know, I didn't know. And I tried finding a 3M mask so I could at least breathe some, put that on while I'm sanding, or all the dust particles can kind of, you know, fluctuate out of here. You know, but it's been fucking wild where people are taking precautions of using paper towels, hand sanitizer, but not disposing of it in the correct way. People are fucking leaving their gloves. It's changing because, like I said, at Target, the poor girl was being chased down. We walked through and I said, I don't mean to bother you, and I know you probably have, so I'm not going to ask. She goes, what are you looking for? I said, I saw alcohol, please, if possible. Before this all happened, I went before it started getting fucking crazy, and people were hoarding fucking toilet paper, which I still can't understand. Get a fucking bidet, or use a washcloth and chop it up and use a washcloth. And then you could toss that, or you could throw that in a washer, and bada bing, bada boom. I know somebody who washes does that shit. Somebody's been doing that for years. I said, anybody, any rags or anything? They go, no, we use rags when we wash them. No. They go, it actually saves a lot of money, it's more sterile. And, you know, because they sterilize everything that's sterile. I'm like, that makes sense. You don't have to keep going out and buying. And then once the fucking rag is kind of shit, you fucking burn it, you know. I'm like, alright, that kind of makes sense. And they're like, this is what we've been doing for a while. It's just cheaper, it's more effective for us. We clean them, they're sterilized, and we're not, you know, we're not wasting fucking paper. I'm like, gotcha. Okay, cool. So that's their mindset of why they do the rag thing and stuff like that. And some people use bidets like myself, which I bought a bidet a couple years ago, thanks to Ashton Morrison, who kind of gave me the recommendation because he lives off the grid kind of in Colorado, and does game sound design or whatever like that. He just makes like sounds and shit for the games, and then he gives them the audio files. And I don't know what company he works for. He's a freelancer, so don't ask. Yeah. Anyway, so, you know, it's weird that people are, you know, fucking buying so much up. And we went to Walmart before that, and I needed a bottle of ISO, you know, for 3D printing, and I only had one bottle. I was like, let me just get one more just to play it safe. And went up to the pharmacy tech, and she was like, hey, you know, what do you need? I said, I need a bottle of ISO, please. And she goes, we only have one per customer. Can you kind of explain what you do, why you need it? I said, well, so I didn't fall into the category. I told her what I do for a living, and I said, I'm work here, but I also do my own business. Now I'm dealing with resin prints, and I need to understand and test. She goes, you don't qualify. So not only did I didn't qualify, but the bottle that I was going to be given or sold was not that bad, not that large. I think it was less than a liter. Less than probably like a 20 ounce, a little bit, like a 20 ounce. So I was like, plus it was gouged. The pricing was quite high, and it was more meant for those elderly and stuff like that. I'd rather have it go to them anyway, in hindsight. So I was like, all right, you know, I'm not worried about it. She goes, you don't qualify. I'm sorry. You know, best of luck. You can go check out some other suppliers. And everybody who I know who works in the field of the industrial field, they were buying some stuff, but they were donating some of their stock to the frontline workers the way they live. So they were donating it to people who didn't have. So they were pouring in other bottles, spray bottles, people could use, and they were donating it. They weren't even charging; they were just donating it. You know, so like I said, it's just been a fucking wild weirdness that you can't find anything. People are hoarding stuff, which I understand why people do, because some people can't get out of the house, and some people have low immune systems. I mean, shit, when I got tested like a few months ago for blood work, my immune system was so fucking high because I work in a theme park, and I'm around people, and I'm breathing in everything from every country to every state. It's there, you know. It's there. You're gonna fucking... One girl that I was working with, apparently my doctor was like, no, she works there also. Where you work also? And I'm like, yeah. It was like, what's going on with her? She's like, she's got an infection, blah, blah, blah. I really wish I told her she needs to kind of take precautions, but not take precautions. Let her body kind of get hit with different varieties of bacteria. That way your immune system builds up to it. That way you can build in your own immunity. Now I had to give her something for her to boost her immune system because her immune system wasn't ready for that. She was wearing gloves and hats and stuff like that. It's good to take precautions, but you're going to get it either way. And then my moral of this fucking Target story is that no matter what you do with gloves, you're just going to fucking get it. The best thing to do is just take a paper towel or some hand sanitizer. You touch something, and so be it. You wash your you scrub your hands. I didn't even bother. My girlfriend's been going out getting hand sanitizer and stuff like that because she's deemed essential. Works for SunPass here in Florida, and she's been doing her own thing. So, it's excuse me. I don't know what that for. Probably the Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew. She's deemed essential, been doing her own stuff, and then just kind of doing her own thing. Having said that, she's been kind of complaining, and she's like, we deserve more pay. Yes, you do deserve more pay. All my friends that work for FedEx, UPS, USPS, all those people that are in Amazon to shipping our shit. Thank you, Trucker Matt. Thank you for fucking doing what you do and trucking your fucking ass off. You guys fucking make the world go round. Like, I have friends that are like, working for fucking Target, and friends that are working for Walmart, and they're just like, they're running around with their head cut off. They're like, Jesus fucking Christ. Am I essential? No. Not at all. But what I've been doing on my own time is I've been helping with 3D printing, medical stuff, and getting that stuff taken care of. I've kind of had to step away. Once I did my last order the other day, which has been shipped to Matter Hackers. I applied, like I said previously in a comment, previously in this, I applied for the Formlabs stuff, and Formlabs was looking for people who had their printers and were willing to donate some of their time, and then the resins, because the resins for Formlabs are not cheap. They're about like $100, about $60 a liter. We're able to buy resins for the, Elegoo to the LCD UV resins printers, for like $20 to $30. You can buy them. The problem is Amazon was going through its kind of thing. They're now kind of getting back on track of like, oh my god, the world's kind of slowing down a little bit. So that's kind of cool that we can kind of get stuff that we need to help our clients, because I've been using a lot of PLA to print the face mask shield for Matter Hackers. So I applied for that one. I applied also for the Matter Hackers one, because Matter Hackers is on my LinkedIn. See how this kind of all cuts back around? So I applied for that one. And then, I was not expecting a phone call. I was put on standby, and they said, hey, thank you for registering. Appreciate it. We know, they gave me kind of a rundown through a Google document of like what I have, what I can do. Do you have a laser cutter? And like, I do, but not using it. Here's what I am. Here's what we are. I'm willing to help where I can. I'm willing to ship where I can, so. And I gotta kind of be careful because budget, you gotta survive too. You gotta feed yourself and stuff like that. Grateful to, like I said, to the company that I work for that have been keeping the paychecks coming in until, they've now chopped, I think, down the next 2 days is my last full paycheck, and now they're dropping down to 80%, which is fine. I can't knock the company. They're trying to fucking survive. And, everybody's like, this is fucking bullshit. Apply for unemployment like I did, I'm getting disability too, but that, working makes up for what I'm losing with them, and you're allowed to survive. It's not a free fucking pass from the government. It's just, you pay your taxes, you pay into your benefits, you should be able to get your benefits. I've been working for fucking 13, 14 years, doing my own shit and working for a company every day, going down from 60 hours down to 30 hours to fucking 25, and now down to like 20 a week, which is fine. That's what I need. I don't want to work anymore, any more than that. It's fucking wild. When you work in the division that I work in, you deal with everything from guest services to health issues to this. Fix my problem. You're making sure people who do work go on a nice vacation and they can leave with happiness. That's the goal of what I did. What I do, and give people some fun to think about. I want to come back here. People are really missing that right now. People have emailed me and like, hey man, are you, what's going on? I have friends that have visited and they're like, we plan on visiting. What's going on? Can you kind of fill us in? I said, well, here's the game plan. We don't know. People are fucking buying toilet paper, even in other countries. I didn't even know my friend told me from China, people were doing the same thing. People from the Netherlands, people from Ireland, and other things told me, like, to fill me in. We were planning on coming to visit. Do you know anything about the shows going on? We're like planning. But I said, more than likely, like I said, we're not going to have a fucking summer. We're going to get back up and running slowly and gradually, but this will be what it is. We don't know. Best of luck. Sorry, I keep looking over because I think something slid on my door. Like usually, I must have a door that stops the airflow and buggers coming in from the house. I keep looking over because I think it sounds like it's my microphone that I'm running. But we really don't know. We really didn't know. We thought this was 2 weeks. We thought it was this. And I'm grateful, they're stopping payment completely of our paycheck, my paychecks at least. They're keeping the full-time staff, and then they're keeping the part-time staff. Saying skadoot, sorry guys, we can't pay you. You're not fired, you're not terminated, we just can't pay you. So you're still on staff, we need you, but we don't know when we're going to have you back. So I'm like, okay, that's for long. Disney they're prolonging 40,000 more, and it's like, oh shit. But, now that I can say, because I don't work for that fucking company, and I probably never will, in any capacity, they have announced a lot of fucking projects that have been greenlit they're going ahead with, and it's like, what the fuck? So you let go of this to save this, but you're doing this? Huh. Maybe that was a fucking plan all. We got money again, we can go down this road. It's like, and I have friends that work for the company who told me, no comment. So they're like, they've been prolonged, and they're like, no fucking comment. So I won't say who they are. So they're all safe, but yeah, how do you get prolonged and then fucking a day later go, oh no, we greenlit these projects? It's like, you just let go employees to save your fucking business. To go, we're all numbers, like I said, we're all numbers in these companies, and some of us aren't, some of us are high up than others, and a lot of my friends that, are full-time, we all were in a huge fucking chat, hey man, what do we do? How do we do it? We all gotta do, okay. At the end of the day, we're all, we're planning to be back. We don't know when, but, luckily for me, I have other opportunities to do other things, So, like I said, I've been donating a lot of my time with the Matter Hackers initiative and the Maker Response, and I did 30 things. If I could do more, I would. It's just, when you do all the numbers and crunch them, I came up to $46 and, what was it, 46 something? I think $46. Let me see what the actual price that was. And it's not to be rude to anybody about, the pricing, but it was just like, this is what I came up with, of just power consumption, etc. Yeah. Total cost was $47.60 for 31 masks. Yeah. I mean, that's not too bad. That's about they wanted them printed faster, but I figured, let me do my own settings and adjust down to where I feel comfortable, which I did. I didn't go to the 2.5 layer rate, which would have been a little bit cheaper, but if someone's using this in medical form, I didn't want them to get hurt. That was my kind of things, and then you have to ship it out yourself, which is $15 flat rate, because I ship in a medium box, which is $15. That's money out of my own pocket. The filament, not a fucking problem. I bought it for another project, to keep stocked, and I just used it, and the price tag came up to about 75 cents per mask, which wasn't bad. Which they knew that, and they said, well, we can get it down to, they really crunched their numbers too, but I made sure it was medically sound. I told my girlfriend, my girlfriend even told me, she goes, please, for the love of God, don't do the Ali settings, fucking just do what they're asking. And I said, well, gotta remember, these are being cleaned and then worn by medical professionals. People in the medical field that need to be safe. I don't want something cracking or something splitting as they're working on a patient, or somebody who might be infected or they're working on, to break, and then that's my name on it, so I made sure it was solid and ready to go. I followed all the procedures. The only thing I did is I made sure it was a little more tighter, so it would be more durable for them to wash and stuff like that. And how they're going to wash them. I did sterilize them. I followed every procedure, spraying them with, iso alcohol, which I found. We found that a couple of days later at Publix. Some guy was just unboxing. My girlfriend grabbed 2 bottles. So they're being very cautious on how many they're giving out, which was very sweet. So I was able to get 2 bottles. So I have one in my bathroom that I use for my own hand sanitizer. And then I have my bottle with the 3D printers, which is being rationed like nobody's business, being filtered and cleaned. I still have the first bottle from the hurricane, so I still have enough to clean and sanitize, and that shit's gonna last for quite a while, if I don't spray it on my hands. But yeah, everything has pretty much been sanitized and cleaned and repurposed. So for all my 3D printing friends, please just filter your fucking alcohol for now. Let the shit go, get a bottle and just kind of keep filtering. Especially if you're washing your prints. I'm getting nothing but great cleanup from the ISO. What I'm using is a coffee filter, which takes a bit to get through. And then what I'm using also is just paper towel and just running it through that, getting all that resin gook out of there. I used my UV curing lamp to cure the alcohol, so you can kind of see all the gook, and then it's really kind of, it looks like a glob of just resin. It's pretty crazy. But at least it's more sanitary and cleaned than what you're using. And you're just cleaning your fucking resin off the print, so you can take a hit. So you're not doing anything medically, and people aren't going to get sick. So that's the thing I've been doing. I've been kind of just rationing my gloves, one hand, gloving, and just using paper towels, which I was able to get. So I've got enough paper towels to last me 6 months, because I know how to ration. I'm not a fucking idiot. But I know some people that are being very, 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 just fucking buying what they want and just hoarding it for the next 20 years. I'm like, dude, donate some. Even if a neighbor came up today, can I get some paper towels? I'd give them some, because that's the thing to do. But, it's been fucking wild on how, this has become, like I did what I could with the Make a Response and donated my 31 actually. I made one extra. And they're off to California, so we'll see where they go and who they get put to. I'm hoping they get put to good use. Wish I could have done more, but that $47.20, whatever the price was, I was like, that's a lot of money too. But that's money I can write off my taxes. So being a business, so I'm like, that goes to a good cause. So I'm hoping it helps somebody. I know people that are fucking letting, my buddy who's been like 3D printing, Trent Ward, has been fucking kicking ass with Ward Effects. He's just been doing what he can, donating it to Orlando Health. The nurses are taking them, but from what I've been hearing locally, a lot of nurses, the nurse even hit me up. So we have enough supplies. We have enough gloves. We have enough masks. They have enough what they need. So they've been donating what they can to other facilities around the area, which is fucking insane. So they're like, no, thank you guys for donating, because they've been donating a lot of the stress, relief, tension relief off the back of the thing. Some guy's like, how do I print this? And I was like, honestly, PLA is great, but I probably would do that in TPU, because that would bend better and I could easily wash it, and it would be better to be used. And I'm like, I never thought of that. I said, yeah, TPU it's really easy to clean, and I've been dealing with NinjaFlex for a while, and I really love NinjaFlex. Yeah, I keep posting them forever. They've been great to me, and I'm going to be great back to them. They've been great. So you get some TPU. NinjaFlex works great. It's durable. It's reusable. It can be cleaned, sanitized, and you can reuse it until it's ready to call it a day. But yeah, they're like, oh wow, I never thought of that. I was like, yeah, it really works really, really well. Keep using it, and it will love you. It will love you back. Yeah, it's just been fucking crazy with all this stuff going on. How people are people are taking care of their gloves, and how you're walking around the society, and people are just, they have, like, you're going to Chick-fil-A or whatever to get some food, and there's like chairs set up so you can, they have a special, like, marked out so where you can stand, where you can't stand, It's weird. Like, we went out and the people are just knowing to stay away from each other, which, my thing is, like, if you wear gloves, if you're like a prep cook or whatever, yes. If you're 3D printing it, auto mechanic, yes. If you're a doctor, yes. In public, just fucking bring some hand sanitizer, wash your fucking hands. You should do that anyway. I've been washing my hands for fucking years. Like, can you wash your hands today? Yes, motherfucker. I wash my hands all the time when I go to the bathroom, or I spray it down with fucking 100% alcohol. I do a quick wash and my hands are burning, because of all the 3D printing, and I have a little fucking scab here from something else that I'm working on. But it's weird how we've now have, it's like, are we being sanitary, folks? Are we doing, it's like, we should have been doing this for years. Like, what stopped you from washing your hands in the bathroom? What stopped you from grabbing the soap, and scrubbing your hands really good? I've always washed my hands really good. I mean, granted, I would take a lesser approach because I knew what I was doing, But even when this all came to be, I started washing my hands more and stuff. So, yeah, like I said, it's been a wild week with 3D printing and helping where I can. If you want to help, I'll put a link down below to the Matter Hackers helping thing, so you guys can just start printing. I know people that are fucking just printing nonstop, like Trent has been donating stuff through Other Health, and he said they've been very grateful for it. Not many of them need it, because they said, like the nurse told me, she's like, no, we're good. We got enough to last us quite a while. But don't stop helping those who need it, and if you guys can donate some, do it, So, yeah, help where you can, do what you can. Help those that are definitely in need. People that are printing nonstop, or like all the face shields, yeah, do you, man, do you? I mean, if you can afford it, go for it. I have a feeling that those are going to be tossed out or recycled somewhere else. But it's good to have things that we don't have. So I know firefighters are using them. I know people are using them. So I would keep going if I could, but it's just not cost effective for me. Especially when I'm on a budget. I've been for long from work, so paychecks are stopped. So it's like, you've got the money, but the money got to go here instead of there. And I don't even know about this unemployment thing, so we'll see. Everybody's like, did you do this? I'm like, yes, I did. Okay, but make sure you're helping. I'm like, I have helped. I've done what I can. I've done some, stress relief stuff and sent those out to some nurses, local nurses that I was there. It's like, if you need one, let me know. They're like, we'd love one. So here, I gave like 3 of them to them. It's like, here, take these, But they said they were okay. So I asked the nurses, do you need some gloves? I have some extra. No, we're fine. We have enough. Okay, cool. So, yeah, I've done what I could. It's crazy. Like I said, it's crazy how this is never going to be. This is going to be the new normal. The way we interact in public, that's going to be the new normal. Sadly, people are going to be not as close to each other. It's really weird. It's just weird. People are like, I have enough on budget to pay for 3 months of rent, which is great. So. Bills have been kind of okay. I cut as much as I could out of my bills, so that's good. Not spending unnecessary stuff on food and stuff like that. It's food, home, and that's pretty much it. You're pretty much, like I said, it's been really weird for those who have been home and just going fucking stir crazy. I only go out once a week. I do walk on our road that we have. We're in a kind of private area. So I can our neighbors do come out in the golf carts and stuff like that, but I have a private little pathway I can kind of walk and, just walk, keep stretch. Do need to get back in shape. Now that I'm out of work for who the fuck knows how long. I'm furlonged for who knows how long. They don't even know. So they're like, cannot pay you. So I'm very, like I said, grateful for a company that could pay us until the time that they can. But they gotta fucking save their money where they can. And being a business myself, I was like, but you're not a business. You don't know. Kind of do, because I kind of deal with a lot of businesses directly. A lot, especially on LinkedIn, especially a lot on Instagram, and a lot, especially through email. And a lot of them have been like, hey man, are you helping anywhere? Can you donate any material? I was like, I can. I mean, it sucks that I'm going to be losing this, but okay. I'd rather use it on my own stuff to kind of help print my own stuff. And people are like, hey man, grateful that you got to help out a little bit where you could. Are you going to keep printing? I said, unfortunately, I got to stop. I got to keep the material that I got. I mean, I'm willing to donate it, but at the same time, I need stock of my own stuff in case a project comes up. Like, if a client comes up and says, hey, I'm paying you for this, which clients are calling me and saying, hey, I want this or this or this. So I'm just trying to keep stock for that. And, just making stuff freelance with no pay at all was beautiful. It's nice. I'm grateful that people are doing it. Just know, what you're getting out of it. If you're getting love out of it and support and community, definitely keep fucking doing it. I'm not saying to stop doing it. But just if it's hurting you financially to where it's not putting food on the table and you can maybe sell some, go for it. Don't be grouchy about it. Just sell it for what you got it for. If you got a fresh roll, sell that to somebody who can definitely use it, who can definitely pay you, because it's something like friends will ask me like, how much for whatever filament? I said, well, this is this and this. So I'm grateful, like, we're able, with this community, the 3D Maker community, to help. Just do it cautiously and do it responsibly. Don't be an asshole about fucking charging and gouging, because I was talking to one supplier who has some supplies. He's been stocking his own stock, and he's been charging a little bit more than what he should. And I caught him, and a few of the other people caught him, and we've kind of made him known to Amazon and a few other sellers on eBay. I said, you can donate some of those fucking rolls to people who are makers, the maker response. people who really could use some supplies because they've been asking if you can donate. And I said, yeah, I can donate a roll. Oh, don't worry about it. I know you get your own stuff. Okay, cool. But can you, if I ask you to, can you help me with this? Yeah, sure. So I've been helping out, like, slicing models, getting models ready, because they don't have certain slicers. I said, well, I can give you activation to my own slicer, but it only allows for 2 computers. So they've been sending me files to slice, and I've been bringing it back to them. So it's kind of a freebie, and it's kind of helping them at the same time, because they're having printer issues. So I've been kind of helping where I can with that. So just do what you can. Help those who you can. Like I said, the nurses that I've spoke to, they said they were good. They said they were, well, they had enough stuff. So I've been keeping around. I even put a nice notice out there for nurses that needed the strain relief for the back of their heads. And so if anybody needs it, I'm willing to do it, like 10 or 15 of them for your practice. And 2 nurses hit me up and said, no, man, we're good. One of the nurses said yes. So I'm going to probably be doing a few on TPU. I kind of have an outline of what to do, and maybe I can share those settings with the community, and so people can do this in TPU instead of having it, done in PLA. PLA is great, but man, use some TPU, man. TPU is bueno. I haven't even done one of the face shields in TPU. I might do that and share that with Matter Hackers, so they can kind of, if you have some TPU, and try the TPU. It'd probably be more flexible for them, more durable, but I can see why you're using the PTG, EPG. I don't use the shit. I haven't used it. It's more engineering savvy and stuff like that. I'm more into the hotter stuff. I've used some stuff that is will make your fucking printer melt. I've tried some stuff, and my printer can only go up to 250, but I can even put a volcano and it can even go in hotter. And people are like, "How hot can you this?" I'm like, "That's a 350 degree filament." They're like, "Oh shit," or Celsius, sorry. So it's pretty up there. It's pretty thermodynamic. Yeah, it's been wild just fucking seeing how the world is. We're not going to be normal over again. I hate to tell people that, and they'll be like, "Stop thinking that way." No, it's really the way we interact with public and get food and deal with the post. Even dropping off the package that I had to drop off to I had to drop off my 3D prints to the post office. And they closed at a certain time, so my girlfriend dropped me off there. It's better just to go to a UPS store, and they were and they had like lines and little markers on the ground where to stand, and a lady held the door for me, being very kind. I said, "Thank you kindly," and she said, "You're welcome." So we're still being very cordial to each other. We're being very lovely. You have to be. Honestly, can't be a fucking dick to people because we're fucking humans. We only last so long. We could last 5 minutes as this podcast is over. So be lovely, be cordial. It was kind of cool to talk to people. People are like, "Oh, you're getting out of the house." I said, "Yeah, it's kind of." My friends that are going fucking stir crazy. I don't know why you're going stir crazy. There's video games. There's things you can do. You could podcast. You could be on my podcast, and the door's fucking open. I'm allowing anybody to podcast on my podcast. So I hope to do a long one with friends. Podcast isn't done yet. I still got a few things I want to mention. But yeah, for those going through crazy, man, find a puzzle to do. Don't worry's been working on some of the 3D prints that I got into working on for a client. We're going to be sending stuff his way in a little bit. I'm pretty sure he'll be excited to see what we've been working on paint-wise for him. For those yelling at us for fucking buying stuff and then it should be going this way, shh. Okay, we're donating what we can. We fucking donate. People are donating what they can. That guy that wrote me up on, Amazon. Dude, that's not a question. You fucking pretty much chastised me about buying gloves and putting what I put down on it. Yes, it's good for everybody. Yes, we do know at this time it should be donated. And yes, I can't buy these fucking gloves because they are being donated by Amazon to the frontline workers. Okay? We know. Okay? Maybe you should fucking... That's a good review you wrote, but, in reality, you should be donating to the frontline workers. Dude, we fucking know. This is way before the fucking outbreak. This is way before anything. Please use your mind when you do your fucking thing. Please speak, think before you speak. And I try to keep very open-minded. And I looked at everybody and went, "Can y'all believe that?" And I went, "That's not a question. He's pretty much telling you that, yeah, that's a good statement you made. However, I would recommend that we do this for them." Well, no shit, Sherlock. This fucking review was way before the pandemic got even worse than it did. We know to donate our shit. We know to do things. I've done so much I can, help people out. Like I said, my friends that are having 3D printer issues or need help with slicing, let me know. I do have some filament to donate if you would like a roll. I can donate what I can. But I do need to keep some on stock because I have some clients that need some stuff done. So I've been fucking lazy. I've been just sleeping weirdly, and it's been fucking everybody's thing up now that everybody knows they're unemployed, and what do we do? And letting our hair grow and our beards grow, and just saying fuck it. We don't know when this is going to be over. This will never be over. Sadly, it will never be over. This will always be here. There will be always another one right after it. Hurricane, what have you, a pandemic. So be kind to one another, man. Like, this is fucking crazy. Donate what you can to those who don't have, and hate to sound like that, but yeah, donate. If you have something to donate, donate it. Give it to somebody who could really use it or make it work. But it's been a fucking wild ride, man. The story so far has been insane. I did get the stimulus, and that's been put into savings, so just in case, which that's already being utilized for down the road for precautionary bills and stuff like that. So I did get to put a little money aside beforehand, before this all started, to donate a little something called on Project X, which I will not speculate what it is, but I know that I went and I sold one of my game consoles on eBay to donate to this Project X. So Project X, you'll find out in a couple of days. I'll make sure to mention what it really was. But man, I dealt with the eBay stuff, and I think I'll be dealing with eBay more. I think that I like how eBay works. The Facebook thing is Facebook, and the Let Go and all that stuff was kind of wild. Got a few people that were like, "Can you go a little bit lower, please?" And I'm like, no. I was like, that's a pretty good fair number for what I want, for what I'm gonna do. I took care of my Vita. I want to get rid of my Vita properly. I don't want to just fucking hand it off to somebody. The winner that got it was very cool. I chatted with him very much. Unlike most eBay sellers, I chatted with this guy, and he gave me some positive feedback. He was like, "Man, this guy's very communicative." Especially with the open mind stuff, but I'm very talkative. It's if I don't talk for a couple of days for my clients now, please don't take that as a sign of me not wanting to talk with you. It's just I have really nothing to say. Things are kind of in the works. And it's just me kind of. The website is down. I'm due sorry. I am very sorry. I don't know when it's going to go back up. Right now, budget is budget, so I'm going to let it sit down below. The domain name is bought already, so I'm not going to let that go anywhere. It will go back up. I think we're going to revamp it, reclean it to a better style. So it's more clean for you guys to click on things for a store, stuff like that. If I have extra 3D print stuff or some filaments that I want to get rid of, I can sell that through you guys, e-commerce, stuff like that, and give you guys more of an opportunity of like working on stuff like that, or the podcasting stuff. I think we're going to clean it up. Right now it's like about $1.44 just to renew, and I'm going to let that kind of sit in the ether. I can kind of let that slide for a few months. That's not a problem, because most people are hitting me up through Facebook anyway and email, so I'm better through Facebook, and it's kind of free for me to talk to and be more engaging with clients. So 3D printing work is there and stuff like that, so people have been very cool. Project up with my buddy Josh Gates. Can't wait till he gets that. I did not post stuff to Instagram yet, but I will post stuff there. I worked on for him. But Project X has been fun to find stuff for that, and it's been wild. It's just been a fucking wild hooba-dooba. Yeah, I'm very excited for Project X. Can't wait to talk more about what I've done, but eBay was more fun to work with. I do gotta pee, but I'll do that in a little bit. But yeah, Project X has been very fun to find. It's been fun to negotiate with buyers and sellers and stuff like that. It's been very rough though, because a lot of things have been like, "I'll offer you this." "No, I don't want that." "I'll offer you a couple $10 less." "No, we don't want that." How are you going to offer somebody $10 less and go, So I kind of just did fucking up Project X yesterday. Once I got a little bit of stimulus, because I finally got paid from the seller from eBay. PayPal held the money there for fucking like the whole week. Luckily, I shipped out the package. Everything was shipped properly, boxed properly. I let the seller know, and the buyer know, what was going on with everything. He was very cool with everything. He unboxed it carefully. He looked at it, and he said, "Man," he said, "I can't thank you enough." But he asked a couple questions, so I answered his questions with having a cover. Did I get a cover for it, a screen, and stuff like that? I said, "No, I never needed a cover for the screen. I really never played it that hard or that much." just took care of it. I took everything I had, and I want this to go to somebody who's going to use it and stuff like that. So eBay was very fun, fun to play with. However, waiting and watching the bids and playing with the reserve. The reserve I had to because I wanted to make sure it was going for a price that I thought was reasonable. It ended up selling. I wanted 200 and it was selling for 177, which was perfect. That was 20 something bucks off, which is fine. I mean, I made up the rest with, for Project X on my own cash that I had aside. So it was more like a video game DLC package, kind of $85 mark. It wasn't bad. I can't wait to tell you what Project X actually is. It's gonna be fucking awesome. And it was so fucking cool to look for it. It was a bitch though, because I went to every fucking major manufacturer. Went to everybody who sells Project X. And yeah, it was bonkers, man. It's for this price. No, it's for this price. No, it's for that price. No, it's for this price. And, you're like, okay, why am I being swindled here? It's like, went to, all the big manufacturers that sell it. And I'm just like, okay, why is it this price? Why is it that price? Why is it? But finally, the other day, I was like, okay, I'm not going to win this battle. So, luckily, I got paid through eBay as after the fact, so the money went right back into the savings. And like I said, I've only spent $85 on my own cash to get Project X taken care of. I ended up buying one more piece for Project X, and it's on its way to where it needs to go. So I can't wait to let you guys in on what Project X actually is. I just want to keep it quiet because I'm live streaming, and I don't want to give any hints to a person or persons what it could be. But yeah, super stoked that it's finally done. Hoping everything is in working order. But yeah, can't wait. Just fuck it. Just grateful to be back to podcasting. I know this has been kind of a blabber like it usually fucking is. I usually don't keep on topic, which I usually don't do. I've been talking with a few people to get them on. The next podcast will probably be with me, Bernesco, David Bernesco, and Mr. Dakota. So we'll probably be doing a Fortnite chat. We've been kind of sitting down every night and playing Fortnite through the Nintendo Switch, through the PlayStation 4s. We'll probably talk about. We had a really good conversation going about Disney and stuff like that. Some favorite Disney character stuff. If you guys want to see that, maybe we'll talk about it some more. And I'll probably do maybe like a 45-minute live through the YouTube off the PlayStation, so you can probably see me, but probably not see me, and stuff like that. Anyway, I want you guys to be well. I want you guys to be good. Take care of yourself. Be good to others. Donate what you can 3D printing wise. I will put a link down below for the Matter Hackers Assistance and the Orlando, Florida one, the page that you could be a part of to help. I've done what I can on my end, and I had to stop making because, I'm not getting paid to do it. And it's not to be rude of like, you asshole, you need money. It's like, well, I would like to get some projects done that I am getting paid for. But if I could donate more time, if I was getting a paycheck in, the bank to cover some of the material costs and the power costs, stuff like that, I would keep making. But unfortunately, I had to stop making to pay for that. And, it came up to, 11 cents an hour for, kilowatts. It fucking adds up. So when I did that for, the hours, and I'm like, whew, Jesus. So it's like yeah. So keep making, keep doing your thing. I'll put links down below for everything, and we'll see where she goes. Alrighty, guys, thank you for tuning in. Thanks for being this my first live stream. I don't know who the one viewer is, but thank you for watching. I had number 2. It's the highest since it's gone. But this helps me from editing and stuff like that to getting back up there. I got a lot of video podcasts that are in the books, done. They just need to be uploaded to YouTube, but I've been very lazy on getting that done. I don't want to sit in the office on Final Cut and keep putting this in and music in, blah, blah, blah. And as always, guys, keep an open mind. I love you all. Be safe. I shall see you for the next one. And thanks for tuning in. At a later date or now. We'll see. Like I said, wash your hands. Stay clean. I can't wait to tell you what Project X is all about. I really can't wait to tell you. Just very excited for that. Alright, guys. See ya. Keep an open mind. Have a good one. Bye. You've been listening to an Open Mind Industries production. For everything Open Mind, visit openmindindustries.com. Keep an open mind.